Nice.
And yeah, I just recently felt called to come and had some triggers come up. So it's a perfect time, I think, to go through it.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. We have a good, I think we have a good Reiki instruction here. We have a former doctor who's, I think she's still a doctor, but yeah, she does Reiki instruction upstairs regularly.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, yeah, again, thanks. Sloan, anything? No. Good. You were here all the time. Awesome. Okay, guys, today, so the format of the class is, right, is we warm up, we go over a new technique, and then we battle, we fight, not with each other, internally. And so we do a nice breathwork session at the end. That's going to be super fun. How'd you guys like that last one? That last one, we went to, yeah, how do we incorporate that into the, we'll extend what we're doing today. Yeah, like that was a little, I was experimenting on you guys, sorta. It was good, yeah. But I think we'll do that more. So we're going to, we won't do quite that much, but if we can get to those sensations in that amount of time or less, perfect, right? So we will do a few more minutes. Maybe we'll do like 12 minutes and really try to feel those incredible things happen. And oh man, the latest, so in Denver, I hooked up with, somebody came to the workshop who is building like the biggest biohacking center that they can dream up with. They are both, them and their spouse are chiropractors, but like naturopath chiropractors. And they got 7,000 square feet of building to already, they've been building this stuff. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a workshop and do blood work tests before and after. Yeah, adrenaline, everything, just you name it. I mean, we do pH strips is one of the things we've done, we've done, and that's obvious. That's so cool, right? After the breath work, what you guys feel today, your pH changes slightly, which is really neat. It's neat to quantify it a little bit, Yeah, we sit around at 7 point something, and then it goes up a little bit, so we become more alkaline slightly for temporarily through saliva and through blood work, and then your body readjusts. But I think you'll find that word on the street is that in a more alkaline environment, your gut bacteria, everything is sort of you're a better host for the good stuff. And then it's the stuff that perhaps we love a little bit that makes us more acidic, like wine and meats and sweets for sure, like all these things, right? But so today, new technique today, I guess matches right into the warm-up is we've been skipping exercise, guys. So we're gonna do some exercise with the breath work, and I got some new exercises for you that are gonna be awesome. My favorite one that just happened for 5 years probably, I couldn't make closed fists. Everything else, I know you guys say like, hey, I look like the pillar of health, but I really teeter on the edge of health because I know all these tools to sort of get you back after a bunch of martinis that we all love. I love them. You use the Wim Hof stuff to get rid of hangovers. It's like you can just sort of really push your body in incredible ways and without repercussions, it seems. But we shouldn't do that. We should use this stuff to get in better health if possible. So this particular joint strengthening exercise, their hands. Does anybody have hand inflammation that they know of? That's yeah, like all of us that use our hands. Does anybody not use their hands on a regular basis? So the real deal is I could not make fully closed fists, and it was because of jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is such a difficult sport. On your hands, we're grabbing each other and really holding on for a long time, and my hands would be sore, and there's just, that was the one place where I had constant inflammation. But I have exercises now that get rid of it for a portion of the day, and it is bad to the bone. And so those are some of the things I'm gonna share with you guys. That's the new technique today, is applying this stuff to exercise. We'll talk about it a little bit. And now let's just get right to business here. So let's start with our back adjustment. Ooh, and how about this, guys? It's nice and quiet. So you guys are gonna really be able to turn on that interoceptive focus, listen to the cracks and pops in your back and in your knees. Be quiet! I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't care. All right, so if you don't mind laying back with your knees at about 90 degrees. Just lay there and slowly bring them to the right side. We got to match the same side, everybody. Right side. Exhale as you do. Back to the center. And slowly bring it to the left side. Exhale as you get there. Back to the center. Let's just do the left leg up and slowly bring it to the right side, extending it and exhaling it. You guys know your left and right. Some of you. Back to the center. Slowly bring your right leg to the left side. Exhale and extend it. Does that give anybody some significant adjustment? Hopefully. Good. Okay. Now, knees at 90. Flex your knees. Flex them till they're trembling. Don't even move them yet. They're just at 90. Make them tremble. And now slowly extend them straight. Flexing them. Perfect. Now flex them again at 90 and slowly bring them into your chest. Perfect. All right, now you can sit up. So we're gonna apply breath work to exercise. Just to remind you guys why I do this, as we're talking, bring one leg in, push against your knee, listening for more adjustments. You could put a heel against your knee and pull your ankle, listening for those cracks and pops. And you could grab your ankle and push, again, listening for something, and then do the other one. So breath work for exercise, over breathing a little bit beforehand allows you to stay in the same position or exercise longer while keeping your heart rate down and using less effort. So that's why we use a Wim Hof style breath in the beginning. And then I want you to pause with your breath. We can do that because we've overbreathed. Overbreathed? Is that improper grammar? Thank you. Overbreathed. And then we're pausing with our breath for approximately 20 seconds. And we are looking for an air hunger. The reason is we get air hungers all the time throughout the day if you're pushing or any kind of intense exercise. And when you get an air hunger, being able to notice it and practice recovering it is the most valuable thing you can do if we're talking about exercise. Recovering from essentially mistakes, right? Like even if you're just hiking or walking and you stumble, you're not gonna be breathing while you stumbled. You are gonna hold your breath when you stumble, and you're gonna get an air hunger, or you're gonna get some sort of sensitivity. I want you guys to be sensitive to the fact that you have this air hunger, this buildup of CO2, and you can get rid of it so fast. 3 to 5 forceful exhales. So let's just try all 3 of them with me, since some of you guys, since we have a few new people. So the big breaths in are a Wim Hof style breath. So it's like this. Let's do it together. In, and then you let go, and then in, and let go. So we're not pushing any air out in that case. But then we paused for 20, so we do those 20 seconds of those, then we pause for 20 seconds, and then a couple of forceful exhales, the opposite of the Wim Hof stuff, because it flexes your diaphragm, it flexes your core, and it looks like this. Do it with me, guys. Back to, slowly get back to a nose in breath. If you're at a nose in breath, you're recovered, essentially. So then you do 20 nose in breaths, or 20 light breaths. Make sense, guys? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's first do our push-up. We'll start with a push-up. One of the great reasons to start with a push-up is because it opens up your chest, and with your chest and shoulders back, you seem to have this confidence that probably comes from adrenaline. So, into your push-up position, a few big breaths now. Keep adjusting to whatever feels good. Try it on your knees if you want to, and slowly start going down. Feeling that trembling zone. Find your last breath in. Let it go. Pause with your breath. You are pausing here to just sit deep into that trembling zone. That is when the fascia and soft tissue around your joints is getting engaged. A couple more moments. As soon as you need to breathe, a couple of forceful exhales get you back. Back to a nose in breath if you could for 15 more seconds. Slowly back up. Perfect. Let's put a little weight on your shoulders if you want. You can put your hips down if you want. Good. The quiet over here is kind of interesting, isn't it? All right, so let's do a 1 minute squat. Here we go, guys. So same 3 breath patterns. Big breath in now. Keep adjusting. That's the one thing. Keep adjusting your hips forward and backward and your feet position to get all of your weight appropriately underneath you and your center of gravity correct. Get to as low as you feel like getting today. Take your last breath in. Pause with it. You're just waiting to feel that air hunger. As soon as you do, a couple of forceful exhales. Back to a lighter breath. And slowly back up. You guys remember the antagonist muscle theory? I don't know if it's a theory or principle is what it is. Okay, let's sit down now. And what it is you flex your muscles, the antagonist muscles, and it will give the opposite muscles ability to stretch further. So first, touch your toes. Figure out what's your comfortable toe touch. However far it is, that's fine. Just take note of where it is in your hands, or if you can even reach your toes. Doesn't matter. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna lay back. You found it, and we are gonna flex the antagonist muscle. Because we're stretching the bottom, we're gonna flex the top. So you can hold on to your ankles or your shins would be fine, and then flex forward. And you can even take one hand and feel the bottom. Make sure the bottom's soft, but the top is hard. And we're gonna flex this for just barely over 30 seconds. So flexing forward. It's kind of hard to figure it out. Every once in a while, touch the bottom, make sure it's soft. With the opposite hand. Flex a little longer. You can use a couple of forceful exhales now for 10 seconds. Really flex it good, keeping that flexing position. 2, 1, and let it go. Now, see if you don't have a little more stretch. Isn't that interesting? So what does it mean? It means that engagement takes nothing, takes 30 seconds. If you flex a certain muscle, all of a sudden your body is confident enough to release tension on the other muscles, right? So that's how powerful it is. Okay, a couple of new ones here. Here's the new ones. So we're gonna use those same breathing patterns, right? 20 seconds of big breaths, 20-second hold, 20 seconds of lighter breaths after recovering. This one's cool. I'm still working on a name. Maybe you guys can help me. But the point is, I'm gonna put my hands together like this. I'm gonna put them on one leg. It doesn't matter whatever the top leg is if you're sitting Indian style. And I'm pushing them together. Does that make sense? Yeah, pushing them together. Because it makes this connection, right? Because you see what happens to my shoulders when I do that? Like if I sit forward, man, it just flexes the shoulders in a significant way. So let's try that. It's hard to keep that flex the whole time. Here we go. So put them together, flex, and the leg is just to guide you to keep them together. And you're putting all the tension you can in your shoulders. So 10 seconds of big breaths now. Find your last one in. Let it go. Pause with it. Flex more. If you're not trembling, it's not working. That's the point. Yes. Perfect. Keep going, guys. A couple of forceful exhales when you need. Back to a lighter breath. All nose if you want, or just a lighter breath for 10 more seconds. Flex a little more. You're trying to create this line of tension that goes from one hand to the other. 3, 2, 1. Good. So this stuff is kind of wacky. It's like, I would say it's almost like praying for muscle. You're just like, give me muscle now. And the crazy thing is it works. So now we're gonna do this. What we're gonna do is on each hand, we're gonna do them one at a time. Make a fist. And the fist is not like you're digging your, first crack your knuckles a little bit and get them opened up and working. But the fist is not digging your fingers into your palm. What it is just bringing them as close to your palm as possible. So it's like not a clenched fist, but you're trying to bend your fingers as much as possible. Does that make sense? We're gonna do it for a full minute. Just one hand. Pick your left hand now. Because I've tried two hands, it doesn't work the same way. You need significant focus on one hand because we're getting rid of this inflammation in our hand. Here we go. So get the flex going. Big breaths now. You can turn your wrists any way you want to. Really, you're just looking for those finger tension flexes. However you're handed is fine. Find your last breath in. Let it go. Pause with it. Some of you young bucks don't even have any inflammation in your hands. And good for you guys. Flex a little more. Make sure it's trembling. You're bending your fingers as much as you can. Feeling the tension. A couple of forceful exhales to continue. Back to a lighter breath. So we're just getting used to and practicing recovering whenever we need to. Flex, turn it, 5 more seconds. Perfect. Now we're gonna flex it open. So notice when you let it go, it's kind of like, yeah. It doesn't want to open quite as fast. Yeah, sounds like a door creaking. This is crazy though. And then now flex this way, the opposite way. This is the opposite of your grip. And so almost as if you're pushing up against something, and turn your wrist too. And here we go. We'll go for a little less than a full minute, but flex it good. Look at the blood flow shifts. Can you guys see the blood flow changes in my hand? You can see it. You can see fluid movement, right? It was red when you were flexing the other way, and then now it starts to get white in the middle. So a few more big breaths. Find your last breath in. Let it go. Pause with it. And if you guys remember, if you take a full breath in and you pause with a full breath, you can actually manipulate blood flow into your hands, into your extremities in general. You giving up on us, Sloan? It doesn't feel good.
Oh, I thought we were done.
No, we're not done. We're flexing this way. I don't think you're paying attention. All right, forceful exhales. Back to a lighter breath. You thought I was just pushing an imaginary wall just now? You thought I was making fireballs? Sorry. It's okay. That's why I'm just getting you in it. Last couple, flex one more time, last couple, and let it go. Whew. Oh. Is that harder than you thought it would be? But now feel the movement in your hand. Did anybody get more movement back? I certainly do. It's wild. Yeah, good? Good. I mean, once a day, this is probably pretty useful, especially if you're using your hands all day. All right, let's do the other hand. Flex. This one's worse. I saved the bad one for worse. Get those. Okay, we're starting, Sloan. Nice. Look at the blood. Watch your hands. Watch your fingers. Look at the portions turn white. That's the hand you did last time. Why don't you do the other hand? It's not. It is, isn't it? It's not. All right. Flex it harder, guys. You got 30 seconds left. You can pause with your breath if you want. You can really add any breath pattern to this, but the 3 sets of 20 makes it sort of this kind of flies by without having to focus on it too much. All right, 20 seconds left. A couple of forceful exhales if you were holding. Flex more. If you want to get real crazy, you take a full breath in. Pause with that inner thoracic pressure and flex again for 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Oh. And now open them and flex the other way. And look at them. Look at how the blood flow changes. You are in control of this. Open, flex backwards. This is a kind of hard one. You got to use some imagination. Oh, I feel like you guys are all giving me some energy just now. Let's go, guys. Bring it. Oh, I really like this one now. This is awesome. No, I'm going to push back the energy to you. We got 30 seconds left. Yeah, we're playing energy pong right here. Boop, boop. 15 seconds left. Flex a little harder, guys. See, if you don't do the breath, see how weirder it is? 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Oh. Now let the blood come back. Whew. Good. Your hands feel like loose and good now? Isn't that cool? Super cool. I have no idea how I've been doing all these exercises for so long and I never figured that out with my hands. All right, those are the new ones. We gotta get ready for summer. So we gotta do a crunch. And that's it. This is gonna be a long crunch though, guys. I'm gonna make you do my crunch. My crunch is about 1.5 minutes. I'm not doing more than 1.5 minutes. But we're gonna add in some stuff so it's less boring, okay? So remember, we can't do any giant breaths with our crunch. We gotta use forceful exhales. For you guys that are new, if you're leaning back like this, once you lift your shoulders off the mat and your knees are up, uh-oh, see where we are. Yeah, it's gonna get you good. Just come forward like a couple of feet. Yeah. This is what we, yeah, there you go. I can really get you guys going now. Looking good, guys. You gonna be good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, feel free to. Next to the Buddha.
Yeah, got it.
All right, guys, the crunch. Your summertime preparation. Here we go. Dangle your knees out. Lift your shoulders off the mat. Ooh, so this is, this position makes me realize how quickly we get engaged with our fascia, with our core, with this tendon association. Because what you'll notice is when you're at a certain position, you will tremble, but for only a few moments. And then the tremble goes away. And so what I want you to do is slowly and constantly adjust so that you continue to tremble. So I'll say we've been going 10 seconds so far, and I'll take 10 off the clock. But that's it, guys. Forceful exhales, particularly through your teeth. If you put a hand around your belly button, you'll feel your core flex. You can add in a pattern if you want to. Get your monkey mind busy. I would do 3 sets of 20 if you just, that's the most you can do, but a little bit more would be good. Adjusting ever so slightly all the time to find that place where you start to tremble and then stick there till you stop trembling. And now I want you to slowly turn your knees to the left if you could. Feel your obliques on one side. Now slowly go to the right side. We're getting every little inch of this summertime fun. And now put your legs almost straight and do a little pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bring them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then bring them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring them up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring them up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and reach your toes a little bit. And now slowly bring them back down. Good, guys. 1.5 minutes. Not bad, huh? That's a super core exercise. You guys have seen my abs, right? You know, just kidding. Yeah. Oh, respect, Sloan. All right, let's get into it. We're going to get into the breath work. This was perfect. The artificial rain came out. And as long as you guys aren't getting wet and you're comfortable where you are. I love that you laugh at my jokes. That's so we're gonna do our 10-minute, maybe longer session. Does anybody have a clock on? Do you have a clock on? A watch on? You know what time it is? Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's 9:31.
Oh, guys, we're gonna do a longer session today. Did you guys like that hand exercise? Do you see how that would be useful? With our decrepit old hands, just, at least mine are. I was no hand model to start with, but man, these are like a couple of baseball gloves. All right, guys, so the 10-minute exercise that the breath work that we're gonna do, right? We're gonna change the pattern up every minute so that it keeps you guys engaged, right? And just to remind you, especially the new folks, at first, when I'm specific about a mechanic, I want you to not breathe so hard, but you guys be real specific about that mechanic too. Because most of the time, I don't want you to even have to worry or think about it. So the first one is we're just putting breaths into our belly. And we're just stretching our belly out. Doesn't have to be fast. And then we're gonna do belly, pause, and then chest. So into the belly, pause, and then into the chest, and let it go. So to your comfort level, you're just stretching this stuff out. And then this one too, guys, when I say put it together, that means completely forget about the mechanics. I'm telling you, you did that for a minute already, and everything's just gonna be working, which is gonna be awesome. And so the 4th minute is going to be full inhales, let go with an audible sigh, and then push the rest out. And what you'll notice is with your feet up, I recommend you do your knees up when you do breath work. With your feet up, if you lift your hips a little bit when you exhale, that full exhale, you notice that curl of the spine really opens it up. So try it with me. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Put your feet on the ground, lift your hips up slightly and push the rest out. So that's it. We are engaging the whole process. And then for a few minutes out of this, we'll probably do 15 minutes today. For a few moments, I'm gonna tell you guys to push yourselves. And then you push the pace, you get out of your comfort zone, you get to business, and then I'm gonna let you come back in and sort of make an assessment of what happened. And then we'll do that. We might do that 3 times today because we've got the time and space to do it. So, just as a reminder, when you do breath work lying down, if your legs are straight, you got that little arch in your lower back, and all you have to do is put your knees up. The arch goes away. It changes your neutral zone, so now you're moving more air with less effort. And the other thing you can do is add a little jujitsu in there and put your heels against your butt and just take a look at your knees and see how your knees are lined up. They don't have to touch against each other. They don't have to go real wide. What you're doing is setting your heels up to just support your knees in a way that your knees can stay up effortlessly. If you like to put them together, that's fine. The point is just to be able to keep your knees up for a significant amount of time without weird apparatuses and people wrapping towels around them and stuff. You don't need to do that. There's a fulcrum you change, and your knees can just stay up effortlessly. And of course, if you want to put your knees down too, that's fine. All right, guys. Oh, Sloane's ready. I like that mask. Is that a new mask you brought today? It's a beanie. The sun. Okay. Cool, guys. All right. So that's it. And at the end, we'll do a little bit of a breath hold, and we'll do a little bit more cerebral spinal fluid manipulation, and we should feel great. So let's start now. Let's just put a hand on our belly. I'll go around and give you something to focus on with a hand on your belly too, and let's begin. Nice big breaths into the belly, letting go. Just expanding the fascia. Good job, Jeff. Into the belly, letting go, making it feel good. This is the breath that you should be doing before bed or after bed, in your bed. Just getting the diaphragm moving, engaging the diaphragm in a significant way. And check it out, guys. Even not just out, but down low. Your belly, you should expand down low too. Good. Oh, good job. Good job. So not just out, but down low. That comes from Master Hickson Gracie. And I think what you find is a lot of times our pants don't accept that. Right? You're wearing sexy pants and it doesn't let you expand your diaphragm down low. I know all you guys wear sexy pants. Yeah, good. So that's something important to think about. Good. Sexy pants. And then think about your diaphragm movement. All right, now belly, pause, and then chest. Into the belly, pause, into the chest, and then let go. Into the belly, pause into the chest, and then let go. Good. Some of you guys are tight up in your chest too, which is not a bad thing, but it's nice to just use the whole thing. Good. Into the belly, pause into the chest, and let go. For 30 more seconds. Into the belly, pause into the chest, and let go. Good. May I? Into the belly, pause and into the chest, and let go. Into the belly. Yep, good. Into the chest and let go. Perfect. Good job, guys. 15 more seconds. Belly, pause, chest. Make it feel good. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Good. And let go. Into the belly, into the chest. Good. All right, guys. Minute 3. Put it together. You know what that means. Just put it together. It's already moving. Now you're finding your comfort zone, right? You're finding what starts to push your comfort level forward a little bit, where you get uncomfortable. So now you know where the line is, because we will be getting out of our comfort zone. We have to, in order to engage in this sympathetic response. All right, so 20 more seconds. Give it a little effort, guys. Feel it all stretch out nice and even. You get good at this stuff and you'll just see the breaths roll in from your belly to your chest. Perfect. Now we're on minute 4. Full breath in, let it go with an audible sigh, relax when you do, and push the rest out by lifting up your hips and pushing your belly out, pushing your belly in. So here we go, full in, let it go, push it out, fully in, let it go, push it out, nice full breath in, let it go, push it out. Keep going, guys. Find your own pace. Let it go. Push it out. This is the longest breath of all of them, but once you empty the lower half, man, it starts to work really well. So nice full breaths in. Let it go. Push it out. If you're comfortable and you can put your heels closer, might keep you, uses less energy is all. Let's go a little bit longer on that. Nice full breath in. Oh, we're gonna have wonderful, fun distractions today, aren't we? Let it go. Push it out. Last couple. Fully in. Let it go. Push it out. Perfect, guys. Now put it together again. You don't have to lift your butt off of the ground, but just feel that curvature of your spine when you take these full breaths, and then let your spine be kind of loose. So you're taking nice full breaths in. And your spine is curling and uncurling ever so slightly. And guys, I really don't mind these distractions. All this stuff makes no difference, because the changes that are happening inside. You are able to make these shifts mentally, regardless of the distraction. And in fact, you might find the distractions even better, because once they start to melt away, then you know the changes are happening. All right, perfect, guys. Now let's put it together again. And we're gonna start picking it up. So this is your minute to get out of your comfort zone, to find that resistance that you feel, that you feel, and push it forward. Here we go. Nice full breaths in. You're not taking much effort to push any air out, you're just letting go. The effort is on the inhale. Nose and mouth together would make the fastest chemical changes. If this is your first time or you're feeling sensations that are enough for you, feel free at any time to slow it down and switch to just nose breathing if you want. But otherwise, if you're interested in these sensations, it's mouth breathing is what's gonna get you there. So here we go. You're finding that resistance, which is the yawning or your body just telling you that's too much, the dizziness. You gotta push past it. Perfect, you made it over the hill. You can bring the pace back down, but keep the airflow moving, guys. So nice full breaths in, letting go effortlessly. You can lift your hands off the mat. And if they're a little heavy, that means it's working. Keep that airflow moving, guys. We're gonna have one more opportunity to push the pace again. Save the nose breathing for the rest of the day if you could, the rest of the day and night. And right now it's mouth breathing to get the most bang for your buck with this shift into the sympathetic system. That's what we want. We want to get sympathetic for a few moments, get that wonderful dose of adrenaline that we get from a fight or flight. All right, guys, one more minute. Here we go. It's time to pick it up again. Let's slowly increase. Face the resistance, the tingling in your hands and feet, no problem, all part of the game. And think of this moment as a serious moment where you're breathing in a way if you were facing a serious situation. For 20 more seconds, guys, I want you to get to the fastest breath that you've done all day today. Here we go. Push that resistance. Perfect, guys, you're over the hill. Keep the airflow moving, but make a little assessment of what's going on. If you get some of the vibrations, guys, that's awesome. That means it's really working. That's just electricity running through your nervous system. We're gonna go a little longer today, and we're gonna do one more pushing of the pace. Awesome work, guys. Now, I want you to put your hands near your neck, either with your knuckles near your neck or your fingers near your neck, and we're gonna do this panting breath. This is the fastest breath. It shouldn't sound as loud as mine, but it should be something like this. But if I open up the airway, that's it. We're gonna do it for a couple of 15-second sprints. Here we go, 15 seconds, let's go. You're putting those hands around your neck to make sure your neck's as soft as it can be while moving as much air as you can. Last few quick ones. Perfect. Pause, swallow. Always keeping your throat wet and comfortable. And all right, another 15 seconds. Let's go. You're in control. If the anxiety is too much for this, you can always pull it back, but otherwise push the pace, guys. Last few quick ones. Perfect. Pause, swallow. Make sure you're comfortable. One more sprint. Here we go. As fast as you can go, guys, thinking of that sympathetic response, thinking of that adrenaline, thinking of that intensity. It's all good and it's good for you. Perfect. Last few quick ones. Perfect, guys, you made it over the hill. You can put your hands to your belly or put them to your side or on your chest, whatever feels good. Keep the airflow moving for one more minute. Nice big full breaths in, creating inner thoracic pressure the whole time. And you might feel those tingling sensations continue to stay or to stick around for longer. That's what we're looking for. Perfect job, guys. Now we're gonna get our heart rates down. We do that by short breaths in, long breaths out through the teeth. Sounds like this. And you don't even want to breathe all the way out to the neutral zone. Just a short breath in. As you are deflating, I want you to relax your body as much as you can. So, if you want to slowly start putting your legs down now, you can. Relax to the deepest as you deflate, using no effort to push air out. You are just deflating through your teeth. And we're gonna sink back up in 5 breaths. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your last big deep breath all the way in. Take a little extra. Pause with that full breath for a moment and slowly let the breath out. Find that neutral zone where you have no air pressure in or out, but you still have a bit of air left in your belly. Take a little sip in or out if you need to, and then lock it in and hold your breath. Just relax to the deepest and hold your breath. And we're gonna sit with it. Amazing job, guys. Just sit or lie and realize you have everything. There is nothing else you need. When we get ourselves into these states, just lay, keep holding best you can. This is a mechanical meditation. We're going to do a nice longer meditation after, but just witness this incredible mechanism of releasing these endorphins and then just sitting with it. You're almost to the end. If you start counting now, slowly counting in your head to any number, keeping the urge to breathe light to medium. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. You can push the rest of the air out. All the way back into the top. Take a little extra. Lock it in. Keep the pressure in your chest. Sit with it. If you'd like to put a little squeeze around your chest, hold on to it for a moment till you feel something interesting rise up. Before you let the breath go, first let the pressure go, and then let the breath go. Good job, guys. Then we're going to do one more set of 5 breaths and a pause, and then we're just going to lie here for a little bit. So let's begin. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Big deep breath all the way in. Take a little extra, 3 extra sips. Lock it in. If you want to squeeze from down low, squeeze in the middle. Squeeze a little to the top in the top of your chest. Just hold it. Whenever you feel like it, let go of the tension and then let go of the breath. That's it, guys. Now, if you made a chemical shift that is so significant and you like it, guess how to maintain it. Breathe the least amount you possibly can. Breathe as slow as you can breathe. Breathe so slow, in and out, so lightly that it doesn't move your nose hairs. You are breathing the least amount that you need to, and what you'll feel is this CO2 build back up and you start to get warm. You start to get this vascular dilation. And so let's just lie comfortably and do that for a few minutes, guys. You doing good? Interesting stuff? Good. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. We're going to lay here for a little bit and just know that this is a wonderful place to be for creative problem solving, for disconnecting from stress of all external things, and just focus on yourself. Instead of just breathing so light, another thing you might like to do is breathe as long as you can. So we're talking 1 minute in and 1 minute out if you could. 30 seconds in and 30 seconds out, just as long as you can. So we're going to take 5 now. And just engage in our senses. All right, guys, we have another 2 minutes. What I'd like you guys to try is to start digestion. And you do that by belly breathing in the lowest part of your belly, but soft belly breathing. So it puts you in such a significant rest and digest state that you might actually turn on digestion. So we're gonna, for 2 minutes, if you wanna just lie comfortably, you can. Otherwise, just do some belly breathing, but soft belly breathing. So just bring in breaths into your belly, and then as you exhale, relax in your body as much as possible. So remember this, guys. When you breathe slow for a half hour a day, 15, 20 minutes even, you are changing potentially your nervous system response. So maybe even just like antagonist muscles, if we flex one side, the other side could get softer. If we learn to relax as deep as possible, the side of angst can also handle more angst. But what we know for sure is that if you practice some sort of conscious breath work for long periods of slow conscious breath work, that you are not inflicted by outside daily stress the same way. Initially, you might still feel it, but I guarantee that you still feel it. But what you're able to do is change states with less effort and quicker. For the new people, if you were counting, that was, we held our breath for about 2 minutes there, if you were able to make it. Do you know what time it is? What time is it, do you know? It's 10? Okay. You guys are all, everybody's so calm that nobody sort of rolled up. Just slowly come back to me, guys. That was a nice meditation at the end, huh? Yeah, good. I get to go teach the 5th graders right now. Yeah.
Oh, are you doing fifth grade?
Yeah.
How does that go?
Good. The first to 5th before, they were wild. That was the that was the longest hour-long class I think I've ever had.
It's a long range of ages. Yeah,
All right, guys, say goodbye to your future selves if you watch this later.
Yeah, relax.
Nice one. Did you guys get the same, close to the same buzz as before? Or? Yeah? Not quite the same. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to push yourself, honestly, to get to, and that's such a short amount of time. That's really the minimum. 10 minutes seems to be like the minimum to really kind of get that energy, what's another word for it? Vibration. To get that high vibration, you got to really push yourself. So, but it's okay to not push yourself too sometimes, you know. Just feel it. Good work, guys. Jeff, what'd you think? Get a good one today?
Yeah.
Good.
It's amazing how long I was going between breaths.
Oh, at the very end?
Well, actually, kind of before the end.
Oh, okay.
As you were doing,
The
I was, expelling and then just going and going, expelling a little bit more, going and going, expelling a little bit more.
Oh, nice, nice. It feels great, doesn't it? It feels, it's very empowering, I think.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh, this one's just a little dose? Yeah. Is that what you're saying?